Welcome to How to Make a Paper Crane with Tiana. In this video, I will be showing you how to make a paper crane that looks like this one that I am currently presenting. So in order to make a paper crane, you are going to need a square piece of paper. For this, I have chosen a piece of scrap origami paper. You may choose to use any type of paper as long as it's square. The square can also be any size. The size I have chosen is fairly medium size. If you want, you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, that's up to you. You can also decide to have patterns on your crane. If so, you want to draw the patterns on one side, and then to get started, you want to have that pattern facing downward like so. First thing you want to do is pattern facing down. You want to fold your square piece of paper diagonally like so. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that your edges are lined up as perfectly as you can, and you want to make sure you have a nice, good fold in there. So really press it down with your fingers, and then after you're done, it should look like this, almost like a perfect triangle. You want to line it up as close as possible. The next thing you want to do is unfold that piece of paper, and then you are going to fold it diagonally the other way. Remember to try to line up the edges as close as you can and really press down on those sides to get a nice crease. After you're done that, you're then going to want to unfold your piece of paper again, and then you're going to fold your piece of paper in half. Once you have done that, unfold your piece of paper again, and then you're going to fold it in half the other way. Next is to unfold your piece of paper again. As you can see, all of those lines are from the folds, and that is going to be very important for these next few steps. Our next goal is try to make this big square piece of paper into one of these smaller squares that we have formed from the previous folds. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this corner, and then you're going to fold the paper in half again, just like you did before. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this part of the paper that already has a fold in it, and you're going to fold it back onto itself. So now you kind of get this open diamond square shape. The next thing you're going to do is take one of these flappy edges and you're going to fold it down. So now you have a square with a triangle attached to it like so. Then you're going to take that triangle and you're going to fold it inwards. So now you kind of have these two flaps. And then you're going to fold that flap down. So now you have formed a smaller square. Now that you've done that, this smaller square should look something like this, where on each side it has two flaps, and one side is going to be completely open at the bottom with those two flaps kind of showing at the end. If you don't have that, that's okay, just go ahead and go back and retry. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these flaps and we're going to fold it into the middle of this little square. Make sure that when you do this, the point is at the end where the flappy part opens, and also make sure that it's one of the two flaps from the square. So you see how when this is folded, there's also another flap showing. It's important to keep that there and that you only fold one on that side. Then you're going to repeat it with the other flap for that side of the mini square, like so. So now you have this kite shape on this side. So now what you're going to do is you're going to flip over that mini square and you're going to repeat the same thing on this side. Once you have done this, your little mini kite should look like this on both sides. Now you're going to take this flap and you're going to fold it over on this side. So now that top part of the kite is folded in, you're then going to take that piece and you're going to unfold it. Then you're going to turn it over and then you're going to fold that top part in like you did previously. So now this top part should be able to move on either side of your little mini kite because you have made those folds. So now you're going to take those flaps that were folded in before and you're going to unfold them. Now this part gets a little tricky. So you're now going to take the end part of the unfolded flaps and you're going to fold it back on itself like so. As you do that, both sides should automatically want to fold inwards like that, forming a diamond type shape. As you do this, you're going to want to try to get in and try to make it as flat as you can. It should naturally want to fold that way because of the folds that we made before. So then you're going to flip it over and you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now that we have that, we're going to have this diamond type shape with these two little what I call chicken legs on the bottom, and then at the top you're going to have these more wing type flaps. Now what you're going to notice is that where the chicken legs are, you are going to have these pieces that kind of fold inwards and can open up. So that is at the edge where the chicken legs are, as you can see. So what you're going to do is you're going to unfold that part, making sure that it's the chicken leg part. And each flap you're going to fold inwards like I am doing so for this side. The folding inward here is very similar to the folding inward that was previously done when we had that smaller square and we made that kite shape. So you're going to fold them in on either side like we did before. They should match up perfectly in the middle like so. Try to flatten them out as much as possible. Try to make them as pointy and lined up as possible. Then when you do that, you should be able to fold in those parts to each other. So now you get that skinnier type chicken leg. Now do the same thing for the other chicken leg. At the end, you're going to have this skinnier diamond, which is fatter at the top and skinnier at the bottom with the chicken legs. So now you're going to take those chicken legs and you're going to turn them into the head and the tail of the crane. So remember how they were able to fold inwards. You're going to go ahead and you're going to unfold them. And then you're going to push them upwards. When you do that, you'll notice there will be a part where the chicken legs, like the split between them, stop. So that's as much as high as you want to fold them together. So when you do that, then you'll be able to press them inwards once again. Flatten it out. See that it's able to fold in. And then you're going to do the same on the other side. At the end of that step, you're now going to have this shape, which have the 2 points on the inside of this weird diamond shape. So it'll look like that. So now you're going to turn it into the head and tail. So how you're going to do that is you just kind of want to make them poke out behind what will be the wings, so those 2 flaps on the side. So what I'm doing here is I'm just pulling them kind of out of their hiding and flattening them once they have been kind of more revealed, just so they stay like that. So it should now look like those 2 points are facing outwards more. So now I'm going to turn one into the head, and usually that's the one that's the side that's not as pointy, so I'm going to choose this one. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold down the top part of it to form its beak. The more pointier side will now become the tail. And now I'm going to form the wings by just folding down those flaps like so. Then I'm going to repeat the same step on the other side. So now you are almost done. All you're gonna do now is pull out those wings and push down on that middle part to form the main body. And then at the bottom, I'm gonna pull apart those two flaps so that it can stand up on its own. So now you have a paper crane. One last important thing to remember is practice makes perfect. If you mess up here and there on a few steps, that's okay. Just go back, retry them. If you don't get maybe the perfect crease or the perfect tail, that's okay, because that just means that your crane is unique. After you're done, you can decorate your crane. Go ahead, experiment with different sizes. You can try also with different papers. I would recommend recycling any scrap paper that you have, but just have fun. That is all. Thank you for joining me on How to Make a Paper Crane by Tiana.